What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Story Time with your favorite self-aware diagnosed narcissist, me. Today, we got a subscriber sharing her story about dealing with narcissistic rage, her last rage story. So we're going to break this story down and I'm going to give you my thoughts, my opinions on it. I haven't read the whole thing. I try to keep it fresh. I just saw rage. I was like, I'm going to hit this up real quick. So go hop into it right this second, y'all. I was hoovered into another chance with my daughter's father 2 years ago. They always using the kids, ain't they? My daughter and I picked him up at work and I let him drive. All right, yeah. Don't narc and drive. This is stuff like that. My daughter and I picked him up from work and I let him drive. He didn't have a car, of course. We stopped at a gas station to get a drink and he got a notification on his phone. I don't even know what the notification was, but what I did see was that the wallpaper on his phone was him and another girl. I didn't freak out, but I did call him out on it. I said I wanted to take him home and we were done. I'm gonna come back to that part right there. I'm gonna come back to that one. I want to talk about it right now. I'm gonna come back to it. That triggered hours, in all caps, hours of abuse. He was crying, beating me up, driving recklessly, strangling me, destroying my phone, trying to kiss me, threatening me, accusing me of cheating, calling my friends and my boss to tell them I was a hoe, anything you could think of. I'm grateful to be alive, and even more grateful I was able to keep my daughter safe or semi-unaware. I kept telling her to watch her iPad. That's heartbreaking, y'all. That part, that's extremely heartbreaking. It just is. We finally reached his mother's house. Of course, he lived with his mama. The neighbors saw what was happening and took my daughter out of the car to safety. His mom came out of the house. His mom came out of the house, berating him and even hitting him with a broom to get him off of me. He cut my clothes off with his pocket knife. His mother didn't care. She said it was my fault and I just bring trouble to their lives. Finally, he poured gasoline on himself and got in my car to light himself up. He never did it. He threw my car keys in the street and took off running because the police were coming. I will never beg for my life or my daughter's life again. He's a miserable monster who tests the waters once in a while. My daughter and I are both in therapy and we consider him unalive. The last time he messaged was to tell my daughter happy birthday on the wrong day. Thank you. God bless you. Whoa, that was they got heavy, didn't it? They got heavy quick. Thank you for sending that story. I know that's tough as hell to send that in and to even talk about that type of stuff right there, y'all. That type of abuse. If y'all want to send y'all story in, I'll put the email at the end so y'all can check it out and whatnot. But that's horrible. First of all, I'm happy that you survived that. Like, that is a horrible situation. But what I didn't hear was jail or charges. So if you see this, follow up with me to let me know, because he needs to be in jail. He should have been in jail. You know what I mean? And the mom part, why the toxic narcissistic moms are always like that? You did this to my baby. My baby don't act like this. My grown ass baby that's still living with me with no car, barely got a job, not taking care of his kids. My grown ass baby didn't do nothing. Toxic narcissistic parents are some of the worst people on the planet, y'all. And because they themselves have shame of how their kids turned out. They themselves have shame of like, damn, I raised this little monster. Damn, this is my offspring. But I didn't, it's not my fault. Blah, 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 boo, 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 bee, bee, bee. I didn't hear her mention his father was in the picture. So that could be the soft point, a soft spot for him as well, right? That's the way that narcissistic people's, like, their parents can be horrible people. Yeah, it sounded like the mom was about to play a superhero role at first, didn't it? It sounded like the mom came out there with a broom, like Superman, like, dun, 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 get off of her. But then she started saying, it's your fault, even though he's dousing himself in gasoline. And what? Cutting your clothes off with a pocket knife in front of y'all's daughter and in front of her and in front of the neighbor. It's your fault that he got a message on his phone. It's your fault. The screensaver was him and another girl. That is absolutely insanity. But yeah, it'd be blowing my mind how these kind of bummish. I'm not calling him a bum, but it sounded like he was bum-ish. No car, living with his mom, older person. I don't know how old he is. I know the economy ain't what it need to be. But y'all, I don't know how to be getting all these women. It be blowing my mind. It be blowing my mind sometimes. But narcissistic people, they use their car as a weapon. And the shame, like you shame, like you bought the shame they came into his life. When you saw that, you called him out. Yo, this is a warning to everybody. Just you don't have to call him out on it. I know you want to. This is why controlling your reactions. I'm not trying to blame you either, but this is just a forewarning for people in the future. If this happens, get home first, then do that type of stuff. Drop him off, then do that type of stuff. Alter the plans, then do that. Let them know, because once they get behind the wheel of the car, that car becomes a weapon. That car becomes an extension of their abuse. Their car, because now you're trapped. It's like a prison on wheels, right? It's like it's hell in the cell on wheels, because they're driving erratically, they're hitting you, they're screaming at you, they're doing all this stuff in front of your daughter. They have these rage episodes because you're holding them accountable for something that they actually did, and then they're also they're holding you accountable for something that you've actually done, right? And then they're trying to project it onto you. You're cheating on me. You're a whore. Call everybody. I've heard stories like this before, y'all. In my real life, I heard stories like this before. They make you, like, I've heard a story before. A woman told me, and this is to my face. In real life, this is to my face in real life. This woman said her boyfriend was doing narcissistic rage on her, pulled a pew-pew, put it to her head, and made her call her friends. Made her FaceTime her friends and say goodbye to him. Made her FaceTime her friends like, I'm sending her to heaven. I'm about to end her. And one of her friends luckily talked him off of a cliff. Like, look, don't do that. Look, just go home, drop her off, let me take care of her. But even after that, she went back to him. So I'm just saying, the mindset of some people, y'all, when you get into these situations, that abuse can get so bad for you. The abuse, the toxicity, the rage can get so bad for you. That's why I be praying for so many people. Y'all, I want y'all to stay safe. I want y'all to stay empowered. I want y'all to protect yourselves at all costs, because people like this, once they get behind the wheel of a car, they get so dangerous. Driving erratically, they're trying to scare you. They're trying to scare you. And his shame gets so high, they try to light you on fire. This type of person will try to unalive you. This type of person right here will try to unalive you. I've heard these stories before. They pop up at you, they stalk you, pop up on you, get in the car, light themselves on fire and take yourself out of here, because they're so obsessed and they're so just deluded, and there's just, they think you belong to them. So they feel like, oh, you belong to me. You can't do anything without me. You see what I'm saying? That be the mentality of so many of these narcissistic people. So you really have to watch out for them, y'all. You really, really do. That's a part of this dynamic that you have to watch out for. But I'm so happy you survived that right there. You said it triggered hours of abuse. He was crying, beating me up, driving. He was doing literally everything in that car. Like, please, I know you're not going to do it because of when you said that he's dead to you. But I need that man to be in. I need him to be in jail. But it might be too late. I don't know how long ago it was. You said 2 years ago. So the economy, what was the economy like 2 years ago? The grocery high? It was a little high, I think. But yeah, that man need to be in jail. But like I said, it might be too late for the press charges or whatnot. But just stay away from him. Protect yourself. Do not don't let that man back into your life. This person is dangerous as hell. He's not going to get any better. He doesn't want to get better. He likes doing the stuff that he's doing right now because he feels like there's a great benefit in it for him. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning into this episode. Like I said, stay tuned. The video is going to play after with the email address and things like that. You can send your story in. You can send some text messages in, all the other good stuff, y'all. Subscribe to this channel as we close in on 4,000 subs over here. Share this video. Share your story in and whatnot. And as always, y'all, I'm out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, y'all. It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost a thing. If you want to send in your story to be broken down or send in some text messages, you can do that at info@mentalhealness.net, or you can send me a short voicemail, brief voicemail to 855-432-5637. I love interacting with y'all. I love breaking these stories down. Thank y'all so much. I will see y'all in the next reaction video. Peace.